Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey Media, Sundays from 11 a.m. to noon, broadcasting live from Detroit and stretching to the heart of Central Texas, here on FM 88.1 WHPR with co-hosts Longhorn and the Jersey Girl. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. And now, here's your host that never gets it right, but is never wrong, Will Sims.
All right, welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey, August the 30th, 2015. I'm your host, Will, co-host Jersey Girl and the Longhorn. What's going on, Jersey Girl?
Not much. It's game week for college football. Let's go. Let's get it on.
This is true. What time is it, Longhorn?
Game time, prime time, Detroit Sports Jersey Media time. Let's get it on. What's up, Jersey Girl? Welcome back.
Thank you. Had my daughter's gymnastics little thing last week.
How did that go?
Went okay. She got a certificate of participation.
Oh, you should have gave it back like you know who I'm about to bring up. You know who I'm about to bring up.
I should have given it back like James Harrison.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. There weren't any winners and losers in this type of thing. So, literally, it was okay, but that was the first thing I thought about. I should take it back.
Take it back like he gave his son trophies back. You have to earn it. We ain't giving you nothing just because you showing up.
Well, she did earn it because she was.
Well, when she earned it, that's a different story.
I was about to say, she earned it because she was not competing, but kind of testing / going against girls who were older than her and able to do a little bit more tricks and stuff like that. So, it was kind of cool to watch her.
What's your daughter name?
How old is she?
Heather.
Heather, congratulations. You know, and if anybody ever give you something just for showing up, give it back.
And she will too. She would give
it back. Don't let them con you and try to manipulate you.
She's doing some flips and tumbles and stuff.
Actually, she can do a round off back handspring with spotting, but she was doing front walkovers, back walkovers, and whatever else she does.
You told her how to do all that, Jersey Girl?
Oh no, she is much better than gymnastics than I ever could be. I can just do cartwheels. That's about it.
Speaking of cartwheels, I ain't never told nobody this before, but I tried one time and fell flat on my face. I mean, I hit it hard. Hard. I said, I'm going to keep this to myself.
Until today.
So now we know the word is out.
Cartwheel. I mean, I hit the floor hard. All right, check this out.
We're going to pay to see, we're going to have a fundraiser to see you do a cartwheel.
There you go.
Actually, I'm going to add that onto the list. If the Lions make the Super Bowl, I'll cartwheel all the way down to Ford Field, starting at 8 Mile in Woodward.
There you go.
I mean, it might take me a few days, but I'll get there. Speaking of the NFL, let's jump off into some NFL talk.
Okay, let's go.
All right. First of all, I want to start off with your Detroit Lions, 2-1 in the preseason, correct?
Yeah.
Is that?
All right. Let me start off with the Suh comment that he made a couple of days ago. The defense is more talented in Miami than what Detroit was last year. Now, Longhorn, you had some fuzzy numbers on that, right?
Yeah, there's some fuzzy numbers on that.
Give it to the people. Now, first, let me throw out the number, 313-868-3688, if you'd like to join in on the conversation. 313-868-3688. Go ahead, Longhorn.
Okay, last year, the Miami Dolphins, their total sacks for their defense was 39. The total sacks for the Lions defense was 42. Mm-hmm. And the total lost yards for the Dolphins, lost yards for sacks was 211. And the total lost yards for sacks for the Lions is 295. Now, it's pretty close. And I understand in the sense on what Suh is trying to say. He's trying to pump up the defense for Miami. Mm-hmm. They still new. They still gelling. And on paper you can say that they're sort of equal on paper. You know what I'm saying? But the game of defense is not played on paper. You don't show up to the game to say, hey, this is our defensive squad. On our sheet of paper, let's see your defensive squad on your sheet of paper. The game is won and lost in the pit, in the gridiron, on the playing field. So he's trying to pump up the defense, so they still gelling.
So what do you...
I understand what he's trying to say.
So what did you get out of that, Jersey girl? What did you get out of that comment? I got something totally different. I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's okay. No, I see what he was trying to do. And technically, yes, their defense is better than Detroit's because now they have Ndamukong Suh, whereas we have Haloti Ngata, who is hopefully going to be able to start. But that's what I think he was kind of getting at. He knows, that our defense was very good. Number 2 in the league last year. So that's excellent. But I think he's just trying to hype up the crowd, things like that.
Where was Miami's defense ranked Longhorn last year?
That's what I was trying to pull up. I couldn't. They weren't number 2. I tell you that.
No, they weren't.
Okay, well, you can't have 2 number 2s. That's an idiot statement. But anyway, let me tell you what I got out of it. Y'all missed the whole picture.
What did I miss? Please tell me.
Did y'all ever see that movie, The Temptations? Did y'all see?
Did
y'all see David Ruffin? He told The Temptations, "Y'all ain't nothing without me. I made y'all."
So you think that he's pulling his David Ruffin right now?
Yeah, he's pulling the David Ruffin on the lines. Y'all ain't nothing and ain't gonna be nothing without me. And could I say one thing?
Yes.
With this last preseason game, he's kind of right. He's kind of because the tight ends was eating Detroit up a lot.
That's what I kind of heard. I was at a wedding on Friday, so I didn't get to see.
Yeah, but did you see the Detroit Lions playing against the Redskins? You see how their defense was eating up the Redskins.
But that was RG3, and their offensive line was kind of awful.
Well, no, they was awful with RG3 out there. The other quarterbacks didn't get sacked. The offensive line supposedly don't like RG3.
Oh, really? That's what it is? It's conspiracy?
So supposedly the offensive line don't like him, which is stupid to me. So now, as the coach, you going to set RG3 down because the offensive line set him up to fail. See, it's something like this. You have a principal, a teacher, and a student.
Correct.
The teacher sets the student up to fail, but the principal get rid of the student and keeps the teacher. I'm confused about that. Hello? Can somebody say something? Hello?
I'm thinking about your analogy.
Well, it's a simple analogy. What's so hard to follow there? We got a former teacher in this. Do you agree with this? Shaza, speak up so the people can hear you. You're a former teacher. Tell them.
I am a former teacher.
I said that twice, okay?
The teacher.
I think Will has lost us all.
The situation is different.
So you trying to tell me as a former teacher?
The offensive line purposely let RG get sacked and whacked back there because they don't like him. But the coach just says, okay, he like turns the blind head on that and just pull RG3s out and put the other quarterback in to make RG looks bad.
Actually, it's one NFL coach, and I hate these players and coaches that are always anonymous, that says that RG3 is being disrespected by the head coach. He has never seen a quarterback in the history of the NFL be more disrespected than RG3 is being disrespected for right now. And I totally agree. I'm going to tell you something else. I wish RG3 would demand a trade. He don't need to be there no more.
He doesn't.
He don't need to be
his
there.
time is up there, but I think that there is a lack of respect for RG3. He does not have that locker room at all. If his offensive line isn't even going to block for him, do anything for him, then yeah, he's got. But there was a controversy day one of the draft when they took him and they took the Sparty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gave up a lot to get RG3, and then they came back and took Kirk Cousins.
Okay, well, that's not RG3's fault. He was a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yes, he was, but we know how Heisman Trophy winners fare in the NFL. Not very well.
Well, Ashley, what's the last Heisman Trophy winner that actually done good in the NFL?
See? You got to go back in the time. You got to go to your time machine for that, brother.
It's been a while, but could Jameis Winston break that cycle?
Well, he's studying for it. The boy's down there studying. He's trying. He's trying to be the new guy on the block who makes a difference in the impact in the NFL. So I give him kudos and 2 thumbs up for that. But RG needs to come to the Lions.
Why?
Because we have a quarterback that doesn't run anyway. So RG3, he can't run anymore anyway. But at least he has more heart to me. I tell you who comes to the Lions.
Who
just went to the Steelers. Michael Vick just went to the Steelers. I think he should have came to the Lions. Number one, he should put some more spark in that offensive in that offensive huddle.
Okay.
I disagree
And
with that.
he would have gave your boy Stafford a run for his money. But Stafford
Longhorn
went
is
to
just
mine
all
anyway
about
because he
giving
was still on the
Stafford some
sideline, still collect
competition.
his big old paycheck. I don't think he cares who plays out there, as long as he gets his paycheck.
Let me tell you one thing, though. Seattle Seahawks defensive player Michael Bennett, he made a good point this week. He said quarterback is the only position in the NFL that you can play mediocre and get paid big money. And he is 100% correct on that. And I take my hat off for him for saying that.
Now, do you think he was talking about his quarterback as well?
Well, first of all, Russell Wilson's not mediocre. Let's clear that up right there. You sound like that guy that was on the arguing with on the internet last week. He gonna tell me Russell Wilson is just riding the wave. His only defense was the only thing he know how to do is throw 1 yard interceptions. My man, that's what you basing his career on.
He's had a better career than that.
I told him, I said, you only must watch that Super Bowl. You ain't watched the last 2 years of his career because that boy know how to move that ball up and down that field.
He does.
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you one thing about Wilson. I don't know if you guys notice it, but when I watch Wilson play, if you ever watch him play, you'll see that guy orchestrating that offensive line and those receivers. This guy will be pointing down. He'll be pointing down the field and orchestrating where the people going. Y'all ever notice that?
Oh yeah, the boy can move the ball up and down the field.
Not just moving, but he'll be like pointing, like in the sense that, hey, you move here, or his offensive line, like he conducting an orchestra.
Yeah, he's a game manager, and he's very good at it, as evidenced by the fact that he won a Super Bowl and pretty much was just about to win the second one.
And see, Longhorn, like I told you last week, that's what RG3 need to do. He need to change up his game. They done figured him out, took away his running game. He got to concentrate more on throwing now, just like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson throw first, run second.
Yeah, being a pocket passer.
Yes, so that's what RG3 has to do. He has not changed up his game. The defense done figured him out. They done took away his strength. Because he's looking to run.
Plus he got his leg. Plus he leery about that leg getting hit. You know, if that leg get hit, his career is gone.
Well,
I'm trying to tell you right now. If he get hit in that leg one more time, it's a wrap.
Come on, Longhorn. Why if he get hit in the leg, it's automatically over? I mean, I'm not going to take it that far. It could be, but it ain't over.
He needs a change of scenery. Yeah. He just needs a change of scenery.
And then sometimes, like I told you guys before, sometimes players, don't care what sport it is, they playing style don't fit into the system of the coaches.
Exactly.
You know, and that's just how it is sometimes in pro sports.
So Jersey girl, would you put him on the Lions roster?
RG3?
Yes.
It's going to cost too much. You know who should probably take a look at him, and I hate to say it because it's in our division.
Chicago.
Yep. Chicago.
Speaking of mediocre quarterbacks, they have one also.
Exactly.
And he's getting paid like I don't know what.
He's getting paid.
So I'm telling you, man, that statement Michael Bennett said is the truth.
It is.
It really is.
It is.
All these mediocre quarterbacks getting all this money, they don't have to go out there and fight. Only one that had to fight for his money, which is a shame, was Russell Wilson.
He didn't have to fight.
How come he did? Why they should have been done locked him up.
You knew they were going to lock him up.
Well, why he got to drag out? The other quarterbacks ain't dragged out.
Drama, brother.
What?
Drama sells tickets.
No, it doesn't. I mean, yes, it does, but in his case, I don't think it was drama. I think it was just more they had to kind of bring him back down a little bit because he long story.
They brought him back down for
I think they brought him back down because he wanted to be higher paid than Aaron Rodgers, which is good. But at the same time, the Seattle Seahawks could not pay Russell Wilson Aaron Rodgers type money.
Why not?
And keep all that they've got going on. They couldn't pay him Aaron Rodgers type money.
Why not?
And keep Richard Sherman couldn't do that. couldn't keep Cam Chancellor, even though he is holding out and doing some crazy things, which I don't understand. Can't keep Jimmy Graham. You can't have the talent that they've got right now.
Whoa. First of all.
And sign Russell Wilson and keep all those guys.
Yes, you can.
I mean, obviously you can.
He's not no mediocre quarterback.
He is not a mediocre quarterback.
I mean, the other teams didn't have no problem going through all this when they signed their quarterbacks. They weren't thinking about and talking about keeping other players. They signed them bums to long-term contracts
because they know that you have to build around.
I mean, okay, you want to.
But Seattle is a different. They're different.
Look all the money they gave Stafford and Calvin Johnson here. And you mean to tell me they couldn't have kept Suh? Yes, they could have if they really wanted to.
If they really, truly
but
wanted
Suh didn't want to be here.
Suh didn't want to be here. Boom.
And I don't blame
going
him.
back to Miami, they were the 20th ranked defense in the league last year. And I made a mistake. The Lions were the 3rd ranked defense. Thank you,
they were second
Pro
ranked.
Football Reference.
The 20th,
you know what? They were
ranked
for
defense,
pretty much.
And Suh said they're going to beat. They had a better defense 2014.
I think they're going to improve. I don't think
paper.
they're going to make that big of a jump.
I thought they was 2, ranked number 2.
They were number 2 for a long time, and then Kansas City, I think, just barely edged
Yeah, they
out.
squeaked them out. Barely, yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, see what we're going to do here. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. We're going to take a quick commercial break here.
This is the best day ever.
I thought it was going to be quick.
That was quick right there. Welcome back.
But when we come back, I want to get y'all opinion on this Chris Carter situation. Y'all heard about that, right?
Yes, I did. And
Chris Carter, yeah.
Chris Carter, not Carter. Chris Carter.
Daggone Buckeye.
The situation, controversy he got going on, and I can't stand him. I used to like him as a player, but I cannot stand him. He's a hypocrite.
Is he?
He's a hypocrite.
They said half man.
He went off on.
amazing.
He made me mad. He up on TV crying when what's my boy in Minnesota?
Terry Bridgewater?
No, the running back. I can see his face.
Adrian Peterson?
Yeah, Adrian Peterson went through that situation with his kid on TV.
Oh yeah.
You whipping him? We don't do that. My mom, shut up.
Okay.
And then here come a video. Whoa! Then here come a video surface of your big controversy, judgmental guy. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
For a head that's as smooth as a billiard ball, don't settle for anything less than a Cobra razor, because it's designed to comfortably transform from a face shaving razor to a head shaving razor with just the click of a button. Treat your head to the closest shave you can imagine at CobraRazors.com. Cobra Razors, for a head that's as smooth as you are.
Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by www.menspill.com. Sudafil XR is the #1 male enhancement pill on the market today. Feel like you are 21 again. She'll be thanking you tomorrow. It comes with a 100% money-back guarantee. Put that spark back in your romance. For more information, go to www.menspill.com. That's www.menspill.com. You won't be disappointed. Hello, Detroit Sports Jersey listeners. If you would like to be a sponsor of Detroit Sports Jersey, the email address is info@detroitsportsjersey.com. And the phone number is 313-624-7814. We air every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern on FM 88.1 WHPR with live streaming at FM 88.1 WHPR.com. Detroit Sports Jersey offers reasonable sponsorship rates. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr. ENO Productions /Fiverr does video production work, and this is where Detroit Sports Jersey goes for video work week after week. Again, that's ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr.
And yeah.
Detroit Sports Jersey Media is sponsored by www.parlaycardsnow.com. Customers can edit and print their own custom parlay cards to pass out and test their skills with all their friends. For more information, www.parlaycardsnow.com. Detroit Sports Jersey Media is sponsored by Wax On.
Wax On is a new product for keeping handball wax in during the game. It fits to the back of the shoe and is specifically designed so the wax won't come out during the game. There's a campaign to gain funding for Wax On the crowdfunding platform Kickstarter. Detroit Sports Jersey Media is sponsored by ENO Productions at yahoo.com. You can get top-notch video production work for business and personal use. They will create custom orders for you according to your specifications and needs. For more information, email enoproductions at yahoo.com or their Twitter is at fallen_stern, STERN. And now back to host Will.
All right, thank you very much. You might have to read that other one over later on. Okay. But anyway, welcome back to Detroit Sports Jersey Media. Want to join in on the conversation? 313-868-3688. 313-868-3688. Sitting next to Mr. Jersey Girl. What's going on, Jersey Girl?
Not much. What's up with you all?
All right, what's happening, Longhorn? What time is it?
Game time, prime time. Detroit Sports Jersey Media time. Let's get in this Chris Carter crying.
Hold on, before we jump off into this Chris Carter, I'm going to send this out to Josh on Instagram and Facebook. He said, why we don't never talk about the Tigers? Okay, here go your Tigers talk.
Oh, that was my dummy of the week.
Yeah, okay, well, we're going to put that in there. Okay. They got smashed last night, 15-1. They 60-69, fifth in the Central Division, 7.5 in the wild card spot, 20 behind Kansas City, 33 games left, and they suck. Enough Tigers talk. All right. Let's go out to you, Josh. When you watch the video on YouTube, this is strictly out to you. But anyway, all right.
Thanks, Josh. We love you.
Yeah. Chris Carter told NFL rookies to get a fall guy just in case they get in trouble. Now here is a guy that's a Hall of Famer on TV crying like a big baby. So he's telling NFL rookies, who, by the way, some will be millionaires, some won't, to go out here and destroy somebody else's lives just because they got in trouble. Instead of telling them to man up and stay out of trouble, he tells them to go get a fall guy. Your opinion, Jersey Girls. Ladies first, Longhorn. You next.
Oh, why, thank you. That was awful. You don't tell somebody to ruin somebody else's life. Now, I do understand. This is what I understand. Okay, if these guys are on your payroll, quote unquote, on your payroll, and they're rolling with you, yes, you do have to have certain jobs for them to do. All right, you're my phone guy, so you're collecting everybody's phone so that none of this stuff that we're about to do tonight gets out. But then you need, your your babysitter. So I understand having somebody, in your various roles, but to have a fall guy, that's just stupid because you're going to ruin somebody else's life. And if you're that fall guy, you need to wise up and realize that they ain't for you.
Oh, by the way, before y'all go on with that, he also said that his heart was in the right place. Shut the hell up. Go ahead, continue. I can't stand him.
Stupid Buckeye. That's what you
Longhorn, what's up? What's your opinion on that? Because I've been a fall guy for you many years.
That guy is wacko.
Did he bail you out of jail?
Number one, how you gonna audition somebody to be your fall guy? Hey man, I'm gonna go out here and do something real stupid, and I want you to take the blame for me. All right? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do something real stupid, and whatever I do, you gonna say you did it. It wasn't me. You did it.
Hell
so I want you to just roll with me.
I can't.
And whatever I do stupid, you gonna say you don't take the blame for it. And this is how much money I'm gonna pay you, because I'm a celebrity. And I can't afford to have my reputation tarnished. I can't afford to be in the limelight doing something stupid. So you go be my fall guy. Okay, I'll do that for you, dog. I mean, what kind of audition?
That's a good impersonation.
What kind of audition for this job? What's wrong with that dude?
That's what I'm saying. You don't need a fall guy. Just man up and.
How about this? How about just stay out of trouble,
there you
period?
go.
How about that?
That's the bottom line. Stay out of trouble.
Let's try that, see how that works for you.
Don't go out after midnight.
Not only that, if I was Chris, I wouldn't even be seen with this guy. If I was his buddy, if I was his friend after that statement, and he told me, hey, man, let's go hang out. Man, you must be out your mind. Because I know right off the bat, you're going to look at me and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to put it on Jim now. I'm going to put it on Longhorn. Man, I ain't going out with you, dog.
No,
what's wrong with this dude? Is he on that stuff?
He was on that stuff.
Hey, speaking of being on that stuff, Longhorn, remember your senior prom? Longhorn?
Yeah, I remember my senior prom.
Remember you rented that car and we went out hanging out?
Yeah.
Remember when I threw up in the car and you got mad? Are you still holding that grudge? The people want to know.
I would be mad.
No, man, I hold no grudge you threw up in no car. I hold the grudge you threw up on me on that ride.
Yeah.
You can hold down your hot dog.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And that ride that goes around in the circle, go all up on me, on my clothes, and the seat, because you can hold me your hot dogs, man. Golly.
Oh, yeah, that was at the carnival. I forgot about that. That was on that Tilt the World. What's that ride called? Tilt the World? Tilt the Swirl? What is that?
Yeah, Tilt the World.
Yeah.
Spin around in the circle. I feel sick, Jim. La la.
Oh my gosh, it's awful. Yeah, no, the rule is, and thank goodness none of my friends have ever thrown up in my car, but if you throw up in my car, I'm not talking to you clean every last bit of that up.
Hey, Jersey girl, that's when we need a fall. That's when they need a fall girl to blame it on.
Hey, no, they don't, because they drank too much and threw up in my car.
I got one more throw up story, right? Me and my friend, back in the day, y'all remember when Top Hats was open up? There's something like the Wright Castles. So me and my boy, we hanging out, you know. He's like, man, I got to get you something to eat because you ain't looking right. So I'm sitting in the car. He just got back from the Army, too. Brand new Jetta, sparkling, clean, shining. He left me in the car. Now, he told me this. I didn't know this. He told me this the next morning. He's like, he's in there getting something to eat.
If you threw
He
up.
said some bad chick walking up to me like, oh, man, I'm going to get lucky tonight. Wow. He said, man, she was looking good. He said she walked up to him and said, excuse me, sir, but is that your red jet outside? He was like, yeah. She was like, well, I hate to tell you this, but your boy is throwing up all in your car. He said, man, I was so mad at you, but then he turned around and asked him behind the counter for some napkins so he can clean it up. He said they handed him one square napkin.
One of those
just one.
Square
He said, man, so I went from being mad at you to being mad at him. He's like, what the hell I'm going to do with this? What yeah, so anyway, that was me when I was young and dumb back in the day. All right, here go another NFL talk before we move on to some NBA talk. Your Detroit Lions jersey girl, Longhorn, your safety Glover Quinn said that it was meant for Jordy Nelson. Oh, God meant for him to get hurt in preseason.
What?
It's just a lot of idiots in the NFL. I can see that. Now, what is he talking about?
This is what he was talking about. Because at first when I saw that, I was like, wait, say what, Glover? What did you say? But then I looked at the full statement, and I saw exactly where he was coming from. He said,
how can you condone that?
You can't condone it. You cannot condone it. Because, first of all, nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. And I don't think that Glover wanted him to get hurt. He didn't. Nobody wants anybody to get hurt in this game.
Wait a minute. I don't think God's in the business of hurting people either.
No, God is not in the business of hurting people. But God is in the business. He was saying that essentially, if it wasn't going to happen in this preseason game, it was going to happen. So for those of us who are non-religious, things like that, and believe in like predestination and fates and things like that, it was gonna happen. It was just a matter of
how do y'all know this? There's players that went through the whole season have not been injured. I'm confused. How do you and Glover Quinn know eventually he was gonna be hurt?
Obviously, it was God's plan.
Okay.
It was God's plan.
Yeah,
so God...
That was his plan? God woke up. So let me get this right. God woke up that day. Mm-hmm. He looked down on this big, wide earth. Well, obviously God needs some sleep if he So he looked down on this big wide earth,
so when the lightning
all
comes.
these countries. Me and God got a tight relationship. All I can say, that's my boy, big guy in the sky.
I know.
So he woke
got
up.
My back.
He looked down and said, "Let me see. I think I'm gonna hurt Jordy Nelson today." Is that what y'all telling me?
Sometimes these things happen. We don't know the reasons why. Only God knows the reason why he chose Jordy Nelson to go through this stuff right now. See, what had happened, maybe this is somebody else's blessing. Okay? Maybe this is
so he couldn't bless nobody else any other way? He got it hurt, my man, take him out for the whole season? That's the way of blessing somebody else? God ain't in the bless. So you mean, let me get this right. Let's back this up. So God ain't in the business of blessing people until he hurts somebody.
No, he is not in the business of blessing people until he hurts somebody. No, what he's doing, and see, we don't even know, really. We really don't know God's plan. But see, God...
Well, according to you and Glover Quinn, that was his plan for that day.
His plan for the day, but we don't know why he did it, and we have to have faith.
You just said that he's going to bless somebody else.
He might bless somebody else.
Oh, God.
He might bless... Maybe this is the lion's blessing.
There you go. You just said it.
Maybe this is the lion's blessing.
Oh, God.
Maybe
please help these Detroit Lions fans and the players. And please.
Hey, we going to win a Super Bowl, and we going to say it was God's plan.
What you think about that, Longhorn? Please help her out here.
I say we win the Super Bowl, we're going to say it was God's plan.
See, that's God's plan. But see, what he did, he said this happened in the second preseason game rather than say like the first couple games of the season, gives them now time to game plan and decide what needs to happen. Who needs to step up and take Jordy's place? So
God a scout now. He's an NFL scout. He up there scouting players now, huh?
According to Russell Wilson, yes.
Hey, I don't want to say this.
That's your boy drinking that magic water. Maybe that's what needs to happen.
Maybe one of his plans is that
maybe that's what needs to happen.
Maybe one of his plans is Stafford get a tennis elbow, and he won't be able to quarterback for us, and we put Moore in there. Maybe that'd be his plan.
Okay, and then when Moore goes 0 whatever.
Russell Wilson said God told him not to have sex before marriage. Now, I can believe that. I cannot believe God told Glover Quinn.
You really think that he and Sierra ain't done nothing?
I believe Russell wouldn't lie to me.
Russell won't lie.
He got engaged to her, so obviously
they're engaged.
Yeah, obviously he tired of waiting, so he tired of going home with. Okay, let me do this. Let's move on, folks. Yeah, let me move on.
Moving on.
Okay, there we go.
All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna do some little NBA talk. I got a question for you guys.
Vince Carter.
Do y'all think and believe that Vince Carter belongs in the Hall of Fame? I'll let y'all think about that for a quick second. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
Sounds good.
For a head that's as smooth as a billiard ball, don't settle for anything less than a Cobra razor, because it's designed to comfortably transform from a face shaving razor to a head shaving razor with just the click of a button. Treat your head to the closest shave you can imagine at CobraRazors.com. Cobra Razors, for a head that's as smooth as you are.
Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by www.menspill.com. Sudafil XR is the #1 male enhancement pill on the market today. Feel like you are 21 again. She'll be thanking you tomorrow. It comes with a 100% money-back guarantee. Put that spark back in your romance. For more information, go to www.menspill.com. That's www.menspill.com. You won't be disappointed. Hello, Detroit Sports Jersey listeners. If you would like to be a sponsor of Detroit Sports Jersey, the email address is info@detroitsportsjersey.com. And the phone number is 313-624-7814. We air every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern on FM 88.1 WHPR with live streaming at FM 88.1 WHPR.com. Detroit Sports Jersey offers reasonable sponsorship rates. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr. ENO Productions /Fiverr does video production work, and this is where Detroit Sports Jersey goes for video work week after week. Again, that's ENO Productions /Fiverr. That's Fiverr. Detroit Sports Jersey Media is sponsored by www.parlaycardsnow.com. Customers can edit and print their own custom parlay cards to pass out and test their skills with all of their friends. For more information, www.parlaycardsnow.com. Detroit Sports Jersey Media is sponsored by Wax On. Wax On is a new product for keeping handball wax in during the game. It fits to the back of the shoe and is specifically designed so the wax won't come out during the game. There's a campaign to gain funding for Wax On the crowdfunding platform Kickstarter. Detroit Sports Jersey Media is sponsored by ENO Productions at yahoo.com. You can get top-notch video production work for business and personal use. They will create custom orders for you according to your specifications and needs. For more information, email enoproductions at yahoo.com. Their Twitter is at fallen_stern. That's ENO Productions at yahoo.com. And now back to host Will.
Yeah, welcome back to Detroit Sports Church. Hey, Henry, leave her mic on for a second. I got a quick question to ask her. Yeah, leave her mic. No, but check this out. You know, last week, because you've been to college, right?
Yeah.
And
for many
I was
years.
going to go to college too, but I had a small thing that stopped me, like high school. But anyway.
That gets in the way sometimes.
I know. High school.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be honest with people. When I was through with high school, I was so glad that I was finished with school, period. I mean, I know, school ain't for everybody.
True.
But at least I did get my high school diploma.
Right.
For you.
You know what I'm saying? But I hated school. Well, I had fun with my friends in school, but man, homework, man, please, that wasn't me. And I ain't gonna lie, I did enough just to get by. I was a C student. I could have been a B.
Yeah, you were one of those students, if you actually applied yourself, you probably would have had straight A's.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
One of those ones I don't like.
Right. The rest of us have to work hard and study hard.
Struggling.
But check this out. I want to ask you guys something. Last week, Longhorn. What, you that Longhorn?
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
We gave a shout out to LeBron James for helping. He's helping 1,100 kids go to college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the problem I kind of have with this, not that he's helping them, but don't y'all think this number is kind of weird? It's gonna cost $41 million to send 1,000 kids to school.
Yeah, homie.
Yeah, well, it's 2,000. He got 2,000 he sent in.
Hang on. So what is it, 41 million?
Yes. I mean, go ahead, Charles. Top speak on it. You went to college. Is that expensive? Wouldn't it be
It
easy
is
for
a
them to
lot.
just give?
I'm actually curious to find out how much it is per child.
But wouldn't it be easy for him just to give $1,000? I mean, $1 million to each kid, and he's had some pocket change. I'd rather have $1 million. Just give me
Stop it. But okay, so I just did the fuzzy. $41,000. That's about right.
No. He's giving. Look.
He's giving 41 million to what? About 1,000
1,100
kids.
kids.
Okay, so that breaks
students.
it down to about $41,000 per kid.
So that would.
So that's about right.
Yeah, that would probably be.
That's 1 year, ain't it?
For some colleges, yes.
Yeah, so maybe they're going to like a local community school or something.
Okay, well, man.
Yeah,
I mean, hats off to him for doing that. I'm not knocking, but I thought them numbers.
I'm trying to figure out how I can get my girls into that.
Well, you got to live in Akron, Ohio, where he was born and raised.
She's packing up and moving.
Yeah, you got to be able to.
Maybe I can use somebody's address.
It's expensive. That's true. I mean, college is definitely expensive.
Oh, I mean, I know it's expensive, but when I looked at them numbers, I'm like, wow, 41 million. I'll just hit LeBron. Can I just get the million, brother? You can just move on with your game with the rest. I can take it from there. I'll take some night classes.
Does he have a deal worked out with specific colleges, or they can go anywhere they want to?
I'm not for sure. I think it's got to be like a local college or something like that. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. You know.
I would be.
Yeah, it's gonna be room and board too. It's a 4-year full ride scholarship. including room and board.
Yeah, that's a big hats off to him, man, for doing that. But I just thought the number. I'm like, looking at this like.
It actually seems like it should be more, shouldn't
I was
it?
about to say that
Stay out of LeBron.
It should be about 100,000 a kid.
100,000.
Yeah, for 4
4
years.
years, room and board. But if it's in-state, though, if it's an in-state one, and if it's a state-supported in-state
I think
one,
it's Akron,
like
Ohio.
it should be a little
It's in
cheaper
Akron.
than that.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a state-supported public school. Because if it's a private school in Ohio,
There's
it
no
doesn't
way.
matter. They can charge whatever they want.
Yeah,
But if it's a state-supported, and these are all in-state kids, it's usually a little cheaper.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your
Yeah.
opinion on that since you know you use it well.
Yeah, I mean, they're not
Did
going to
you
be
go
able
college?
to.
What school you went to?
I went to Hampton University in Hampton, Virginia, and then I got my master's degree at Michigan.
Oh, so you
Okay.
a real Wolverine then.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a legit Wolverine, people.
You ain't no Walmart Wolverine.
I'm not a Walmart Wolverine, dadgummit.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
What you get your degree in at Michigan State? I mean Michigan. I'm sorry.
She was about. Did you see that look?
I know, I was about to go. I was like,
You
excuse
went there for
me.
4 years.
I went there for 2.5
Oh,
to get my
You get that
master's
backhand,
degree.
you ready to come up on you, boy.
I know, right?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I was there for my master's. I got my master's in nursing.
I got 2 masters
Smart
up
girl.
in here. 2 masters.
Now, see, in terms of college, if I could have done I could do grad school all day long.
You like school that much?
Grad school is different. Grad school is different. I mean, it's a little harder. Like, you have to, like, you can't get, like, C's in grad school. You have to get, like, A's and B's. And sometimes even B's are a little iffy. But it's all stuff that you like. You know what I'm saying? It's not like in undergrad or in high school where you're taking some random class and you don't
Right.
care about it. These are all
By that
classes
time, you're
you-
really focused on what
Exactly,
you want.
exactly. And your professors are pretty chill about it, too, if they're decent. You know, they understand.
Listen to all this education I'm getting.
Yeah, that's cool, because I want y'all to help me write my papers when I get my
Nope,
master's.
I didn't like that part of it.
Longhorn, you got a degree too, don't you, Longhorn?
Yeah, I got a business administration degree from Maryland University College.
Oh, okay.
Very
There you
nice.
go.
Bachelor's degree, right?
Yes.
All right, now look at all this
Very good.
All
education.
this
Sitting
education.
over with this high school diploma. Y'all think y'all somebody. Y'all.
No, really. Nope.
All right, sticking with the NBA.
Yeah, let's go to the
Vince
NBA.
Carter, do y'all think he deserves to be in the Hall of
Of
Fame?
course I think he does.
Why?
No.
Because you don't.
No.
Why?
Because you don't.
Oh, she said because you don't.
Yeah, and I know my.
And it's just because he doesn't have a ring.
Yes, he do. He got one with Dallas. He got one with Dallas that year.
Oh, that's
He wasn't a factor, but
I was
he do
about to say,
have
he
one.
won a factor. But
Yeah,
he got one.
He's coming off the bench, I believe.
Now,
I'm
see,
not
do
for
you-
sure.
do you believe that
Based
Darko
on that,
Milicic
Bill said he
belongs in the
alright.
Hall?
He got a ring.
He didn't deserve to be in the
Hey,
NBA. You talking about the Hall of
Based on the fact
Fame?
He got a ring,
That
though.
was your criteria. He got to have a
Whoa,
ring to be
whoa,
in the Hall of Fame.
whoa. My criteria is this. You have to, now granted, let me slow it down here for people. Vince Carter averaged 20 points or more, 10 rebounds per game, but they was all garbage. He didn't. I'll give you a perfect example.
Please.
But he got a ring.
No. Okay, whoa, hold on. I'll give you a perfect example.
Please.
So he floated around the NBA with all these teams,
He
right?
did.
Akeem Olajuwon. I know he ain't on Akeem level, but he averaged 35 points and 15 rebounds with Houston and won back-to-back titles. Now, if Vince Carter would have done that with Toronto with them numbers and got a ring, of course I would put him in a ring. But for him to come in on the tail end of his career to get a ring, no. Just like Gary Payton did with Miami. He don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. If he's in there, I'm not sure if he's in there or not.
I don't think he is.
But see, my criteria is this. You got to have the numbers along with the rings. I'm not saying, like you said, Darko got a ring with the Pistons, but what do his numbers look like?
Oh, his numbers like that.
He's
No,
fine.
you know,
He's
right
still got a ring.
now, Vince Carter, he's just shopping around for a good contract.
He's a
not
free
like
agent.
he was when he first came in, half man, half amazing. He's
Now, do you
more
think
like a
that he should
highlight
have gone
person
back?
now.
Do you think if he hadn't gone back to his graduation, do you think we'd be talking a different story?
No, I'm going to tell you where actually him and Tracy McGrady messed up their careers, even
Where?
though they're cousins. They couldn't get along with each other on the same team. They could have had an awesome team up in Toronto with them two playing side by side. They could have made some noise in the NBA, but they couldn't get along. And you would think, I was about to say
Hey, just
family.
because
Hell, I
they're
don't get along with
cousins,
some of my
you
family.
got cousins, I'm sure you don't get along with.
So that's out the window.
There you go. Never mind.
So that's not a criteria. Well, hey, but you know what? He's better than Chris Mullin.
Okay, we moving
Chris
on.
Mullin got into the Hall of Fame.
Really?
So.
You gonna be, that's your... Anyway. All right, it's time for my crazy eights.
Crazy
Y'all ready?
eights.
Bring them on, Pee Wee Strong.
All right. Top signs. Some of y'all might relate to this.
Okay, go ahead.
The top 8 signs your boss don't like you. Do your boss like you?
Yes, she does.
Do your boss like you?
I have several bosses.
Talking to the mic. People can't see you here.
I have several bosses. I love them all.
You love them all? Do you really? Do you really? Okay. How about you, Longhorn? You love your boss?
Yeah, I work for Obama. He's cool.
You work for who?
I work for President Obama.
Oh, okay. So you love your boss. My lawyer told me don't say nothing to the media about my boss. I still want my job. So that speaks for it, right? Top 8 signs your boss don't like you.
Hit it.
Number 8. On payday, everybody else gets a check. He tells you to go to Western Union to pick up your money.
Oops.
Hold on, let me make some room here. Top 8 signs your boss don't like you. Number 7. Everybody in the office working on the latest software and computer. Your workstation consists of a typewriter and a chalkboard. Is that your workstation?
No, mine has the old iMac computers.
Top 8 signs your boss don't like you. Number 6. Your work hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But your lunch hour is at 8 p.m. So,
Wow.
top 8. You know your boss don't like you. Number 5. Your desk is placed between the last urinal and the handicap stall in the bathroom.
That's awful.
Top 8 signs your boss don't like you. Number 4. Everybody has a 401 plan. Your 401 plan consists of all the empty cans and bottles people leave behind after lunch.
And you are steady collecting them.
Top 8 signs your boss don't like you. Number 3. Everybody has a free assigned parking space at work. Your parking space is on the streets at the meter. Damn, I got to run here and put a quarter in. Number 2.
I got to collect a couple more bottles before I can pay for the day.
Number 2, the top 8 signs your boss don't like you. When it's time to hand out promotions, he put your name on the list, but it's for another company.
Oh.
Top 8 signs your boss don't like you.
Lord have mercy.
The number 1 sign you know your boss. The number 1 sign you know your boss don't like you. He gives everybody on the job medical benefits. He give you Tylenol and NyQuil.
Oh my God. Tylenol.
Top 8 signs your boss.
Good to go.
Man, have mercy.
You know your boss don't like you. Y'all ready for some true and false? Moving on.
True and
man,
false.
Hold on.
Let's
I gotta
get
get this smile on my face. Boy, this is going. Tylenol and NyQuil.
That's your medical
Your
benefits.
401 plan consists of what do you say?
Bottles.
Bottles and cans everybody
Return
leave
those
after
bottles.
lunch. All right, true and false. All right, Longhorn, I'm going to let you go first. I don't want you to have time to Google any of this.
Okay. Go ahead,
All
brother.
right, number 1, true or false. You got to let me know what the false story is.
All right, I'm ready.
A parrot was detained by police for cussing out the owner.
A parrot?
A parrot, yes.
A parrot.
Yep.
A bird.
Dees, which is spelled D-E-E-Z. Dees Nuts is running for president for 2016. And Donald Trump says that when he is elected to office, he will make it a law that all gay people will be prevented from performing oral sex on each other. Which one is the false story, Longhorn?
These nuts running for office.
All right, what you say, Jersey girl?
Okay, so the false one has to be the first one.
The parrot was detained?
Yeah, the parrot.
Actually, y'all both got it wrong. The Donald Trump story is the false story.
See, the sad thing is I could really see him saying something stupid like that.
A parrot actually in Indiana was taken from the owner after the stepson trained the parrot to cuss out the stepmom, which is 85 years old.
Oh, Lord.
And then a 15-year-old named Brady Olson of North Carolina has 9% of the North Carolina back in him for president.
I saw that one. So I knew that one was
and he's running under these nuts.
Got him!
Oh, my God. He's running under these nuts.
These
All
nuts.
right, before we move on to the big dummy, let me say this. Let me give y'all a list of the. See if y'all agree with this list real fast.
Okay, go ahead.
I got two of them actually. Who is the most beloved figure in Detroit sports history?
Barry Sanders.
Number 8, Nick Lidstrom. Coming in at number 7, Alan Trammell and Lou Whitaker.
Yep.
Number 6, Isaiah Thomas.
Yep.
Number 5, Al Kaline.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 4, Barry Sanders.
Really?
Okay.
Yep. Y'all gonna be shocked at number 1.
Bet
Number
not.
3, number 3, Steve Eiserman.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 2, Gordie Howe.
Okay.
Yeah, and I basically gave number 1. I was gonna have y'all to guess it, but I gave it away. Who y'all think number 1 is?
Ernie Harwell.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree with that list.
I can see that. I can see that
Yeah.
historically, and pretty soon I think that Miggy and JV will be up there. But I think Miggy will be tops.
Ain't gonna replace who on this list?
I think.
Who they gonna replace? They
I
can't
think
replace
they're
nobody.
about to.
What, they gonna bump
add
Isaiah
some
off
names to
the list?
They're not bumping Isaiah off. I actually am surprised he was that low.
You know.
Yeah,
All right.
Zeke, I don't think. Yeah, the Zeke part was
I
low
could
because
I could see
over
Isaiah
circumstances.
and Al Kaline switching.
All right. Here you go. Another list. Who is the most hated athlete in Detroit sports history?
That's a good one.
Okay, number 8 coming in, Prince Fielder.
Okay.
Yep.
Number 7, Darko.
Yeah.
Number 6, and they hated on my boy. Here he go again, Sue. Oh, just cause he want to get more money.
See, no,
I don't
I
think
like
he's most
Sue.
hated.
Now he is hated. People hate him.
Yeah, they hate him here. Yeah.
They hated him.
Number 5, Brandon Inge. Remember the former Tiger?
That's my boy. See, we can get into a discussion about him. That's my boy.
Yeah, I get an introduction about Sue. I didn't hate Sue, but I'm glad he's gone.
Number 4, Papa Grande. Used to be here with the Tigers.
Yes.
He didn't do nothing. Big Papa.
Oh, except saved 40 games.
Number 3, Scott Mitchell.
Yeah, I can see that one.
Yeah.
Number 2, Joe Nathan.
Okay, that's a good.
Who
That's
y'all
a good
think the
one.
number 1?
It should be Stanford.
No.
Oh, that's your final answer. Who you going with?
Who am I going with?
And remember,
Most
this is in sports
hated.
history, Detroit sports history.
Oh,
History.
Ty Cobb.
It better not be Rodman.
It's Ty Cobb.
Nope.
Who?
Joey Harrington.
Oh, Joey Blue Skies.
All right, let's get on to our big dummy. All right, hit it, Henry. We're about to do our big dummy segment here. Let's go. Ladies first, New Jersey girl. Who's your big dummy for the week?
So I was having trouble coming up with my big dummy for the week, and then yesterday afternoon, I was listening to the Tigers game. Our outfielder Ghost. You are my big dummy for the week. They played Toronto yesterday and got killed, but there was a man on second. The Toronto player flied out to Mr. Ghost. Mr. Ghost thought that there were 3 outs in the inning. However, there were only 2. So my man tagged from second and scored all the way from second on a sacrifice fly. Ghost, you are my big dummy for the week. Hit it!
Big dummy, big dummy, big dummy, big dummy, big dummy.
All right, Longhorn, who's your big dummy for the week?
All right, there's a fake cop got busted in Walmart parking lot, smashing windows of cars, snatching and grabbing. When the real cops pulled up, he pulls out a fake badge, talking about he was doing the drug search of cars in the parking lot. Only problem with that was when he put out his fake badge, it says Constable of Booty Town, population U. So he's big dummy. That's my big dummy. Pull out a badge, fake badge says Constable of Booty Town. U.
What? Oh, the badge said what?
The badge said Constable of Booty Town, population U.
Hit it, Harold. All right, here's my big dummy for the week. We're going to backtrack, and I'm going to have to say, once again, Chris Carter. For you to tell people...
Oh, Lord, yes.
For you to tell people, the NFL rookies, instead of giving them words of encouragement to stay out of trouble, your answer to them is to find a fall guy, destroy somebody else's lives. But yet you sit up here every Sunday and talk like you are holier than thou. And the only reason you saying you sorry because it was on videotape. That's the only reason. Like most athletes do and most people, even celebrities, they ain't sorry they said or what they done. They sorry because it was on tape. And they done got exposed. Yes. That's it. I hate, when they come out with these fake apologies. And the reason they're doing that is to save their jobs. That's it. If that rookie, he ain't no rookie now, but he actually ended up retiring at a young age. I forgot, what was the rookie that exposed him? Not the rookie.
Oh, Chris, what's his face? The player in San Francisco who retired.
Because he said he actually wanted to get up and walk up out of there.
Yeah. He's a smart boy.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for the simple fact, let's just say he said
that
Chris
kid is
Carter,
smart. That kid was very smart.
Let's just say he said Chris Carter told him that, and it wasn't no videotape. Chris Carter would be denying it. He'd have been like, I ain't say nothing like that. He's disgruntled. He's mad because he can't make it in the NFL. That's exactly what his statement would have been.
But it would have sounded just like that.
Exactly. It sounded just like that. But since it was on videotape, he come out with a fake apology. He's fake. He's a fraud. ESPN should get rid of him. I ain't in for nobody losing their jobs. But if you talking about messing up somebody else's life, and let's say this too, these rookies are still young players. So
impressionable.
So all of their friends are young.
Yep.
You ain't talking about going out here messing up nobody's lives that's older, because these young people ain't hanging around nobody old. Outside their parents and relatives. So you talking about destroying somebody else's life that's useful.
A young life.
Yeah, young life. So that's my big dummy for the week. Chris Carter, you suck. Hit it.
Big dummy. Big dummy. Big dummy.
Big dummy. You big dummy. You.
Dummy.
All right.
I love Red Fox.
Yeah.
He killed me.
I watched me some Red Fox this morning. The winning ticket. Oh, that was good. Anyway. All right. What you got? Did you know? Longhorn, give me your did you know.
All right, real fast. Did you know that Marvin Gaye once tried out to be on the Lions team? Did you know that?
No.
He was disgruntled about his music career in 1970. So he had two friends who played with the Lions, Lam Barney and Melvin Farr. Marvin Gaye was 6'4". He added 30 pounds to his frame. He tried to go out for the Lions. It didn't work. 1971, he came out that hit, Let's Get It On. What's going on? So then he decided not to be a Lions player. Besides, he didn't fare out well in the trials either. Also, did you know the first hurdle was used because they had a deaf quarterback? So the first hurdle was used because of deaf quarterback, and they didn't want the opposing team to see the hand signals.
Okay.
So
like they could read them anyway.
Also, the NFL, since the NFL was started in 1922, there's only one team, if you can guess this team, that has not changed its city or its name since 1922. Only one NFL team. What team was that? Y'all know?
Well, I'm going to say, the Steelers?
I was about to say, I think it's the Steelers. It's got to be the Steelers.
Nope, since 1922, there's only one team that had kept its original name and city. and that's the Chicago Bears.
And that was my second one.
That's where my boy R. Kelly was from. Did I tell y'all this story that he begged to shake my hand on stage one time?
Begged?
He begged.
Lord. Is that the hand
Why
you
did
said you
he
never
beg
washed?
you?
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he beg? She was there. She saw it.
Did you know that Will said he'll never wash that hand?
Did he shake my hand or didn't he?
Did he shake it or did he beg to shake it? Tell him. You shook it because you were elbowing a lot of people on the way to get to the stage before they
elbowing people's shoulders.
No, he summons me down there and he got on his knees and said, "Please, sir,
come on.
Please, sir, I'm gonna stop the concert. Could I please shake your hand? Could I see you really enjoying my concert?" I said, "Okay, R. Kelly, I'm going to let this happen just one time now. We ain't going to keep doing this at every show."
Hey, Will, was that before or after you woke up?
No, right?
I got a witness here in the studios. Now, I don't know what she saw or heard, but I'm telling the true story. She probably just hated because he didn't shake her hand. Anything else?
I was shoved out of the way by you.
Anything else, Longhorn?
No, that's the did you know.
All right, real quick, let me give us my condolences goes out to Daryl Dawkins. He just passed away of a heart attack. And,
oh, wow.
That's right, Chocolate Thunder.
And piggybacking on Did You Know, y'all know he was called Chocolate Thunder. You know who gave him that name?
You?
Nah. Well, I would have if I was around at that time. But Longhorn, you know who gave him that name?
Okay.
Who?
Who?
Stevie Wonder.
Aw, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder. Give me y'all last thoughts before we get up out of here. We got to go.
It's game week. Let's go blue.
Longhorn.
Game time, prime time. Detroit Sports Media time, and I'm gone.
Detroit Sports Jersey Media.com is where you can check out the videos. Detroit Sports 313 Facebook. We're here every Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Every Sunday. We up out of here.
Thank you, listeners from Detroit to Central Texas, for joining us here live on Detroit Sports Jersey Media with your host, Will Sims, and co-host, Longhorn and the Jersey Girl, every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, right here on FM 88.1 WHPR. Visit us at DetroitSportsJersey.com. Straight sports talk. No professionals here. Have a great week.
That's a very good show.